Welcome to the world of BeastBox. So let's figure out a little bit about our would-be coaches now. So can I get each of you to introduce yourselves by telling me your name and what you look like and maybe how old you are? So let's start with Oak 3. So who are you?
I am Ankhteer.
Cool.
I have purple eyes, which in the family is the sign of a long forgotten gift. My character also has smooth black hair, is average height, lean, rough looking, and a scar on the left cheek from fighting a powerful warrior.
Cool. And how old are you roughly? Or would you like to share that at all?
Late 20s.
Oh, okay. Late 20s. Okay. Cool. And what about you, Ghost? Who are you playing as?
My character's name is Bob Ghost. And he is probably 18.
Okay.
He is a bookish sort of person, or not bookish, I shouldn't say that. He's very heroic looking, but he is very interested in BoxBeast knowledge. And more than becoming a prefect, his goal is to learn as much as possible about BoxBeasts and complete his Beastadex by catching them all. That's his goal.
Interesting. Okay. And Cinnabine, your name, what do you look like, how old are you?
So I'm N-Jin. He's around 9, 4'4", has an emerald green eye and a royal blue eye. He looks, I guess, a little bit distraught because of his sketchy life in the past. And he wants to become the champ, not just because to be the champ, but in homage to his parents.
Cool. So that's your life goal.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Bob Ghost?
Huh?
What's your goal?
Bob Ghost's goal is to capture them all the BoxBeasts. He wants one of everything. And he is very determined about that. He also wants to know everything if possible. And actually his background is that of the sage.
Oh, neat.
So he actually has a feature that allows him, if he doesn't know something, to know where he could find information about it.
Gotcha.
So that's his tack on things.
Gotcha. Okay, and what about you? Oh my gosh, I forgot your name. Ankhteer. There we go.
Ankhteer, what is your goal?
What's your goal?
Ankhteer grew up on a farm, so he just wants to help beasts all over the land, and also but what he really wants is to find out what his family's long lost gift is.
Oh, okay. So your family has a long lost gift,
Which is shown up in his eye color.
Oh, interesting.
No one remembers what it is.
Oh, gotcha.
It's just that you own an eggplant farm somewhere far, far away. That's it. That's it.
I call that more curse.
What are you talking about?
No, our family gift is we're very regular.
Oh dear.
No need for bran muffins, even in old age.
I was gonna go with turnip farming actually.
So the family gift is just that he has inheritance in a farm.
Yeah.
The color of these eyes represent
in a
the fact
turnip
that
farm.
you are destined to be a farmer.
So the story so far essentially is we begin our adventure in Crate Town. Crate Town's a fairly new and quiet town in the Han Prefecture, and it usually attracts people from all corners of the kingdom. It's a small and beautiful place. It rests atop of a cliff right by the coast. It is known for its small fishing industry. I don't know if it's an industry, but there's a couple fishing boats, as well as it acts as a small port for Beryl City, which is the largest city up towards the north. Its key landmarks are a lighthouse and Professor Ashbrittle's Tower, which you all know of. And both are located on right almost near the edge of the cliff, and it overlooks Quipper's Bay, essentially. So you three are currently employed by Samuel Ashbrittle as junior assistants. N-Jin actually is Professor Ashbrittle's adopted grandson. And Professor Ashbrittle, along with his senior assistants, are currently researching the relationship between BoxBeasts and humans and how that came about. Recently, there's been a significant increase in bandit activity. It's been so bad that Beryl City has sent a semi-decent chunk of their militia to come and help out Crate Town to deal with the problem. But even so, there's been very few arrests. And it seems that the bandits are becoming bolder and more ruthless. So in the morning, today in the morning, basically what happened was Ken, a senior assistant to Professor Ashbrittle, you guys know who Ken is. He basically got mugged by the bandits, in the wheat fields about 3 hours from town. He came in bloodied and bruised. He was traveling with 2 guards, and they were coming from Beryl City, which is about a week's walk away. Ken recalls that they started the journey early, around 4 a.m., and they wanted to basically get a head start and get into town before everything else opened. They got mugged around 6 a.m. It felt like, he says that the bandits struck really fast and really hard. He remembers being pulled and thrown off his horse cart. So he was on a cart and there was 2 horses, and he remembers like something just grabbed him, threw him off. He recalls everything happened fast, but he recalls that the bandits killed his guards and they had severely beaten him, and he only escaped because the horses got spooked and caused a distraction. He was able to run away and hide. Ken was bringing in a shipment for the annual town founding celebration, which takes place in about 2 weeks' time. The shipment contained BoxBeasts and supplies, or goods. And these goods and supplies and BoxBeasts were at the request of Professor Ashbrittle. He was going to give these out as presents as a thank you to the townsfolk. He does this on a yearly basis. Usually a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people actually do come from other places to actually get BoxBeasts. This is where they sometimes get their starts, especially if they don't have a lot of money. So he does that as a way of giving back to the community. So what had happened is Professor Ashbrittle had, because the militia has been tied up and they're not really able to help out right now, they'll investigate. Professor Ashbrittle was worried that the people might steal, the bandits that stole the stuff might disappear or get away. So he asked you 3 to actually go out and investigate and find his lost shipment. And in doing so, he has lent you each his own personal BoxBeasts. So there's 3 of them. Can you guys tell me which BoxBeasts you were assigned?
Ankhteer was assigned a warhorse.
Cool.
Did you name it?
Yes, her name is Ferrari.
Nice.
Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's was assigned a cockatrice, and his name is Barry James.
Very James.
Barry James.
Oh, that's hilarious. And what about you, N-Jin?
N-Jin got Sahojin, and his name is the Lissing Mink.
The listening mink. Okay.
Nice.
I love that. That's
I'm gonna have to write
hilarious.
that down because I'm not gonna. Hey, so.
Yeah.
LISSIGMINK.
Oh, I get it now. I get it now.
Now you get it.
I did not get it right away.
Seriously.
Okay, fair enough.
That's hilariously funny. So
I'm just calling Mink.
So, as if anybody watched our dice rolling video, if you did, I'm sorry.
What dice?
Actually, it was really fun to make. We had lots of fun rolling the dice.
What?
Remember when we rolled the dice?
was ages
for your-
ago.
for-
You've
for-
forgotten.
Yeah,
In Millennium.
It's okay.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I guess it took us a little bit of time to
I've had a child
get
miss
rolling.
that
there.
of me.
It was growing like a beard, shaved it off, and growing another one, shaved it off.
I gotta keep my appearances up.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. What was I going to say? Now I lost my train of thought. So both Cinnabine and Oak3, this is your first time playing Dungeons and Dragons, essentially. So you guys are newbie players. You guys are nubs. And Ghost, you've played it for quite a bit of time now.
I've played it. I've run campaigns.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, buddy.
And then you guys like TKO'd in the first round.
Well, just because you play
that's
the
a
game
good
doesn't mean
game.
you play it well.
I should do it. I should
That's
just
a good
be-
game. TKO.
I know, right? Anyways, I'm kidding. Okay, so what had happened? So you guys know what's happened so far in the
Yes.
story. So you're on the road, and Ken is taking you. He's still bloody and bruised, but he's able to walk. He's going to go and get medical attention afterwards. He took a pretty bad beating by these guys. It was lucky that he survived. He basically drank a potion before he head out with you guys, and you're heading out into the back to the scene of the crime, and it's about 3 hours walk away, and you're basically out of the town now. You left the buildings. You're into the farmlands, essentially the wheat fields. And I need you guys, I need someone actually. Could someone roll D100 for me and let me know what comes up?
I will roll a D100. Just roll this one twice. 97.
Darn.
97. Okay.
Darn.
We don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah. Let me just take a look here. By the way, a lot of so you guys are actually on like a trail or a highway of some sorts, and it's just marked as Route 1. And there's many trails and highways that connect to
So,
various
of
cities,
curiosity,
places. Yeah,
so Crate Town,
yeah,
the coast around Crate Town is to the south of Crate Town.
yeah.
So like south, east, and west,
Yeah, it's like kind of like in a
like an archipelago.
yeah, and kind of like, yeah.
And so we're going north, right?
You guys are walking north. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, good to know.
If you wanted one more piece of information, the Spindrift Islands are basically directly below you to the south. You need a boat to get there, but
Okay.
yeah, it's called the Spindrift Islands, like SPINDRIFT.
I'm just going to spell them however I feel like. But it sounds like it's phonetic.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Could you? What do we got here? Can someone roll a d6 for me, please?
5.
5. Okay. So you're walking in the wheat fields, and you might have noticed this. Can everyone roll a perception check for me, please? I'm gonna
So,
see if
do you guys
you
remember-
spotted this thing.
Where the perception is on your player profile.
Yes.
Yeah, so find that here. So yellow will be my dice.
Blue.
I think purple will be yours, and blue will be yours. So then we can go ahead and roll all at the same time because. Oh wow! That's...
11.
4.
So I did get a 20, but that I got a -1, so that makes me 19.
Well,
That's hilarious.
including my 11 plus my perception, that would make it 13. 13.
Okay.
I have a +3, so that makes me 7.
7. Okay. So I believe N-Jin and Bob are the ones that notice this. You guys notice as you're walking in the wheat fields and Ken is in the lead, you notice something that's following you right beside Ashy in the wheat. And it seems to be like jumping up and down and then kind of disappears and then reappears as well. Do any of you have knowledge arcana or knowledge nature?
I have a +6 in both of them.
I have,
Oh, nice.
wait, in
Okay.
Arcana and...
Sure. Choose. So roll a knowledge nature and then add a +2 bonus to it because
Okay.
they kind of synergize in this case.
Oh, good thing. 16.
16.
Darn.
Do any of you have knowledge arcana or nature?
Yes.
Okay. You want to
yes.
roll it as well?
So I add my Arcana and my Nature.
Do you have
so
both?
I
You
roll-
don't have both.
Oh. Wait.
It's not actually trained.
Yeah. Does it have
So if it has
Does it have the box
if
tick
it has
beside
that
it?
darkened thing, that means it's trained.
Yeah.
So with any of the knowledges, such as like nature, medicine, history, arcana, and religion, they need to actually be trained for you to get basically good information about it. So even if like you would be good at remembering history if you were trained in it. If you're not trained in it, it doesn't matter. You just haven't read the books.
So what about for me? Then
You didn't
I
take
have
time to study.
Arcana, but I don't know nature.
Yeah. So you just roll a +5 with your arcana. You have arcana as well. You can roll a +4.
Yeah.
7 + 5, that's 12.
9.
9? Okay. And sorry, what was your roll again?
16.
Bob? Okay.
Darn.
Okay, so you didn't spot it, but you two did. And basically, N-Jin and Bob, you guys noticed that it's actually a blink dog. Now, N-Jin, you only know it as a blink dog, but Bob, you know a little bit more about it. You know that a blink dog is like a dog, but it's actually considered a fae-like creature. Which means it's like a fairy-like creature. You know that they're quite fast and they're able to basically magically teleport in and out from this existence, essentially. So they can like totally phase out and then phase back in. What else? You also know that just like dogs, they have keen hearing and smell. Basically the same traits as a dog. They're usually generally really friendly and good-natured creatures as well. So you know this, and you guys see this thing basically jumping up and down and kind of falling around for a while, and then it disappears and pops back into reality. Did you want to do anything at this point?
Yeah. Bob would like to see if he can sort of call out to the dog and be friendly towards it to see if he can get the dog to come to him.
Sure. So do you have questions? Do you have animal handling?
I have a -1 on that animal handling.
Okay. And do you have...
See, this is Barry's or Bob's problem is that he wants to collect all the animals, but he's really bad with them. He's better at the knowing about them than he is about actually catching them.
He loves them, but he's like one of those kids that like, really longs to touch, like, a toddler that really longs to touch the animal, but then like doesn't know what to do and ends up hurting it.
Yeah,
That
like
was
the
great.
petting is like a karate chop. Petting cat, like.
That's hilarious. Do you have persuasion?
No.
Is the other one? Okay.
Well, I mean, I have +2, but it's not
Sure.
trained.
You get to choose which one you would like to use. You can either use animal handling or you can use persuasion.
Well, I'd use the better one.
I mean,
Persuasion. So, 17.
17. And what are you trying to get it to do, essentially?
So Bob stops, arms out in the traditional "come here, dog" gesture. Going down one knee,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Here, doggy, doggy, come here, dog, here, boy." Yes, that is Bob's voice.
I feel like
Are you calling the dog or trying to propose to
No, that's what you do with dogs. Proposing is one arm. You go down on one knee because then it's more welcoming because you make yourself small. If you're standing, dogs find it slightly intimidating because you're so much larger than them.
Yeah.
If you go down on one knee, they find it more. That's just natural dog things.
I feel like you guys haven't owned dogs.
Well, I mean, we're in a town like that's different from our world. So what if it's like different? I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, same things apply until I tell you otherwise. Right?
Yeah, I feel like that's universal.
Yeah. You're not like in this alien world where like
it's
bloop goes blop.
it's more like
Exactly.
more like don't necessarily think about like like nothing that I know my character wouldn't know. It's the modern things.
Yeah.
So like the modern things like let's get a car.
It's like the cars haven't been invented yet.
Cars haven't been.
I got a Ferrari. Does that count?
Ferrari.
Maybe like you're the ancestor that starts the actual Ferrari.
dude.
That'd be
Maybe
pretty-
that's your.
I think isn't
that'd be pretty boss.
Ferrari isn't it the actual name of the horse though? I think it is.
I would think so.
Because it's the jumping horses on their
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I think it's
Well-
horse related.
Yeah, well, Lamborghini's also like
Bulls.
Bulls. Yeah, they're named after famous bulls.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, their cars are. Anyways, that was an
So
interesting.
yes. Anyways,
Actually, so you basically prostrate like that, and you're like, "Come here, doggy, doggy, doggy," and the thing actually it appears right before you, and it starts licking your left hand. Yeah, it looks pretty friendly.
yeah, I start petting it.
Oh, cool. Okay, what else do you do?
I don't have like any extra beast boxes.
Any motivation over here?
That's it. He just wanted to observe it, like
Yeah.
up close.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I just want because unfortunately I don't have any way to catch it
Okay.
because I don't have any beast boxes.
Yeah.
So actually, do I have any food on me? Because I wouldn't mind getting it to follow me.
It could be like a. Oh wait, can I reference what? Oh wait, no.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, can I actually maybe now that it's closer?
Yeah.
Can I use nature plus
net.
Arcana to start it to study it closer, like to get more information about it?
Yeah, sure. Can you do? Let's do an investigation check. If you don't have an investigation, then it's just intelligence.
Do intelligence +4.
Okay.
22.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So yeah, these blink dogs they look pretty. It looks pretty hardy. It looks like it's probably as strong as
Barry James.
Yeah, Barry James. It also like obviously they're dogs, so they look like they have really good senses. Blink dogs usually have like golden fur, right? Yeah. So and this one is a normal variation or a normal variety of that type. Aside from that, it looks like at times it shimmers. And it'll start becoming semi-corporeal.
Incorporeal.
Or incorporeal, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Corporeal.
Yeah, but not like, incorporeal, but not to the extent of like what a ghost might be like.
Sure.
Like it looks like it's about to shift. What else? It looks like when you guys are talking, it perks up its ears and it looks like it might understand what you guys are saying. So, yeah.
So I feed it some food.
Okay.
And honestly, I've got like 10 days of rations. So I'm basically just going to keep feeding it so it hangs out. with us.
It definitely goes after your dry meat.
Yeah,
So it's like-
I have a lot of jerky.
One after jerky. It's just
But
like,
I'm gonna ration it out so that you
Sure.
know, like,
Okay, are you gonna like make a trail so it follows you?
kind of. I just want it along. I feel like
Okay.
at the minimum we can be friends, but eventually I definitely want to capture this podcast.
Okay. I'm gonna put a bookmark here. All right. Yeah, it does follow you around, especially with the free offering of the food. Ken looks over and he's like, "Oh, that's quite impressive." He looked like he kind of froze and didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to ruin the moment. But he says, "Yeah, that's a."
Don't ruin this moment. Don't ruin this for me.
Yeah. Oh man, that's unsettling. So Ken looks over. He's like, "Yeah, that's a blink dog." He says that those are actually very, very rare. I'm surprised that one is here. That's very, very interesting. It's like if you had a box, we could capture it. It's like that would be a great find. He says, "I'm glad that you befriended it. Do you know much about blink dogs?" Ken asks. "Have you been studying your books?"
I have in fact been studying my books.
Come on.
I know darn near everything about blink dogs.
Cool. He says one thing that you might not have known is actually blink dogs can't talk, but they are actually smart enough to understand Sylvan. So the language Sylvan.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a language, unfortunately, I don't speak.
It's the language of the gods.
Thought it was the language of the trees.
Yeah, it's the language of the trees. Okay. Anyways, you guys continue on, and you guys continue to exchange information about blink dogs. You know pretty much all that's written in the monster manual. So if you guys ever encounter one again, you'll be able to figure out what.
Yeah, I share that. I share the information I know with them.
Mm-hmm. You're being taught a lesson.
Let me tell you about blink dogs.
No.
I need to draw a larger portrait of my guy when he's talking. Because like he looks really normal. And so I kind of designed him with the Brock thing where his eyes are like closed.
Yeah.
But then when he talks, his eyes like open and bulge out.
That's hilarious. So you continue on, and the day passes on, and basically, well, the day doesn't pass on, but a couple hours goes by, and you actually come up to the place where they got ambushed. The cart isn't there, the horses aren't there, but actually even the guards' bodies aren't there. But it definitely looks like that there's been signs of struggle here, for sure.
So they removed the bodies. That is interesting.
And this is like a dirt trail. Again, there's farmland and wooded areas all around you. You guys still haven't left the...
It's not far from...
Yeah, it's not far from the town.
Yeah.
So you haven't left the town proper, I guess would be the term? Or it would be town proper. I don't know. The
Well, like
extended area of town.
you're within the wheat fields
Yeah.
that
They're supplying the town.
They're supplying the town.
Yeah.
So there'd be like farmhouses and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so why do you guys have any thoughts on why the bodies would be gone? Like usually when you kill a bunch of people, why would you bother taking the bodies?
Are the evidence? Like,
But the evidence is like all the fact that the shipment is missing and they're dead.
well, like certain people might have like specific things they do. Like from Home Alone, like the robbers, like they were tried to be known as the wet bandits, where they flooded people's houses. Like they were known for that. They were.
It's been a long time since I've seen Home Alone.
So these guys are the disappear body bandits?
Very original.
I would definitely like to roll investigation.
Sure.
Just to see, I would like to look for evidence that the bodies have been dragged away in a direction.
Okay.
Like if there's anything that's been dragged in the direction.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is that investigation or is that perception?
Let's do investigation. I feel like yes. I think investigation is a good one for this one.
Ooh, 10.
10. Okay.
Do you guys have any checks that anything you would like to check out?
So also kind of
If you want to find new things, usually that is perception.
perception.
And if you want to examine something you've already found, that's usually investigation.
I'll do perception.
Okay. You want to see if there's anything new? Okay.
I'll do perception.
20 plus 2, 22.
Good roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
1 plus 3 is 4.
I love ones. Please roll more of them.
I guess I'll look.
Good blind temporarily.
But my thoughts are that they're going to use the vibes in a terrible
moon is-
ritual,
The moon is out right now. It gets blind.
or that they're trying to sell their organs.
Really dark
Whoa.
turn.
I don't know that the technology at this time supports organ farming, because they would have to somehow keep the organs, and what are they selling them for?
No,
I mean, there's this world is encompassed.
That's true.
with
There's
right?
magical
So
stuff.
Magic
magic.
usually tends to solve some problems. But yeah, that was really dark.
It's very dark.
Maybe they're trying to sell their
you ask for my
You have a
opinion.
dark mind.
Are we?
You ask for my opinion.
Are we finding more about Ankhteer's motivations right now? I capture BoxBeasts to sell their organs.
I grew up on a BoxBeasts farm.
Actually, he specifically feels compassion
Yeah,
for BoxBeasts,
nice.
which is actually unique in the setting.
Yeah, it is.
If that isn't clear.
Yeah, maybe it would be a good time to explain, and then I'll tell you guys what's happening with your perception and your other thing. So while you guys are investigating, I'll explain. Beasts. So humans are the the dominant species here, but the ruling species, or whatever you want to call it, right? They own this world essentially, and they've basically captured and trained and tamed all other types of creatures. So whether they're smart or not, whether they're intelligent or not, or whether they can speak or not, doesn't matter. If they're not humans, they're not. Humans don't really consider them equal to themselves.
They consider them beasts.
Yeah, they consider them beasts, essentially. So, and that's the kind of culture that you've grown up in, right? So it's totally normal to be like, yeah, that's that's a beast, and that beast can be used for this purpose or whatnot, right? So it's nothing different from what a pet or something equivalent to a pet might be on a degree, and it varies on which scale you want to look at it, right? Maybe it's not a pet, maybe it's something lesser, maybe it's a little bit more. Who knows? Anyways, so Bob Ghost, you're looking around, and Ken's actually helping you look around as well. So he gives you he points out things, and you guys are kind of working through the area, and then Ankhteer and N-Jin, you guys are kind of looking away from the site and looking at different places or different things, seeing if you can see anybody or anyone. And around the same time, you guys come to the same conclusion, all of you, except for Ankhteer, who seems to be looking off in another direction now. And you're like, they went that way. They went through one of the fields. It looks like your investigation has shown you that they basically pulled the cart that way. There's a bunch of footprints that are heading out that way, or the cart that way. Footprints are heading out that way, and then N-Jin, you noticed also that that the wheat has been crushed, and it just doesn't look the same. Like stuff's been moved around, crushed, and trampled on, essentially going that way. Yeah. So I'm guessing that at this time, would you guys like to follow, or would you guys like to devise some things or
What
think of
time
some
of the
things?
day is it?
So you guys are probably around. It's probably around 2 p.m. now.
So we have time. We have time in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tread.
Yeah. You start
Dreadful.
if you really think about it, you start your day around. Well, you guys are in town, so you probably start your day around 9ish, 10ish, if you really want to look at it. So you can probably go for a while still. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay.
So could I please get marching formation? Ken says that maybe he should go back to town.
Yeah,
And
he's
get healed up.
all beat up, and he won't be any help
Nope.
anyways.
Meat shield. A weakened meat shield.
He says if you don't return by tonight, we'll think that something might have maybe tomorrow morning actually, because if you're investigating, they've gone far. If you don't return by tomorrow morning, then maybe we'll alert the militia again and let them know that you've gone investigating as well. So sorry, who is in front?
Bob will go first.
I'm mid.
Ankhteer will be last.
Bob will go. Go, Barry James, and Barry James will be scouting ahead as well.
Okay.
Where are we going this way? Barry James is scouting 30 feet ahead.
Okay. Can you roll a perception check for Barry James?
Yes. 11.
Okay.
I keep listening in my BeastBox because he kind of needs water, and there's no water around here, so kind of.
Yeah, your Sahelian can basically stay out of water for about 4 hours roughly, and then after that it starts
To like dry out.
drying
As
out.
long
dying.
as long as we have like at least 2 of our beasts out, and we have a dog. We have a doggo, a fairy doggo, or.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
still
fairy
think-
doggo is falling.
I'm still feeding him from time to time.
Yeah,
It's like a little-
it is falling. It like blinks in and out, runs around, investigates things, and then comes back. Let's see here. Okay, so you have. Oh yeah, sorry. Your Sahelian can battle and stuff like that when it's kept in its box. Essentially, it's usually provided for, or you guys don't really know how it works, but generally like the beasts, the box beasts are in good shape, like they're stored in some way that they're not affected by, in this case, not being out of water.
I just rather preserve Lissing, and just in case there's a battle later. So
Sure.
And same for me with Ferrari.
Okay. Keeping the Ferrari in the garage. Okay.
here in my
Okay. So you basically go into the fields. Can someone roll D100 for me as again, please?
31.
oh boy.
You don't say you have no idea what these numbers mean.
Hey.
So don't oh boy for every
Oh,
single
boy.
one.
Oh, boy.
When is a low number?
Oh boy!
When is a
oh,
low
no.
number good?
Potentially in these rolls, we have no idea.
So can everyone else roll a perception check? I already got your cockatrice's perception.
14.
Okay.
How does this work? Wait, what is?
Your own perception. So
Ah.
roll the dice, add perception, which is 0.
4, 7.
Wait. This might, yeah, this
N-Jin's perception.
Actually, it should be +1. I don't know why.
should be +2.
What is it? Oh, is this your old sheet or your new sheet?
I guess that's my new
Use
one.
your new sheet.
Oh, yeah, that's my new one. So then,
Yeah, yeah.
ignore that.
Oh,
Yeah. Use your new one because it actually has the proper rolls.
Rip. Oh, wow, there's a
Because your
lot of zeros.
Your perception is wisdom.
still 7.
For whatever reason, you wrote int there, but you put the correct number. Because it's +0. Yeah, so just roll. 6.
Great.
Okay. And what'd you get on tier?
7.
7? Okay.
And I got a 14.
Okay. So you guys are following the trails and then or following whatever the path that has been made by the bandits, as far as you know. And then you see your cockatrice basically going, "Rah!"
Mhm.
And then you look you look at your cockatrice and you look at the direction that it's like going, and you see a person that's like walking towards you guys, and he's a little bit ways out, like about maybe a couple 100 feet out. But it's just one person, and they look like they're walking towards you non-threateningly, as far as you know.
Berry attack, no.
Get him.
Paralyze him. No. I just signal to these guys. There's someone coming towards us. They're walking normally though.
That's super shady. Like, get him.
I can they're strutting.
See you. Yeah.
So
okay. So do you guys have any weapons out or anything like that?
Barry, come back. I just get Barry to come back to stand right in front of me.
Sure. Okay.
I prepare my light crossbow.
You prepare your light crossbow. Okay.
I prepare my light crossbow as well.
Do you guys like raise it up, ready to shoot?
Yes.
Do you train it onto the person that's coming?
Yes.
Okay. Just for reference, the weed is like, about 3 feet tall, right? So it's like you're sticking your head out, right? But it's not super tall that it's obscuring your vision at all.
I have 2 hands on my twin daggers.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So these two are like, you guys are like in strike team alpha pose. Just like, we're going to take out this person. You see this person's a farmer, essentially. And he comes up to you, he's like, why are y'all crossing my fields? Oh man, that's so bad. Anyways, he sounds kind of hickish, right? And he says basically, I'm not going to do that. I can't do it.
Why y'all crossing my fields?
Why y'all crossing my fields?
We seek a party of bandits that came through this way.
Party of bandits? Oh, I don't want to do the voice.
Just say it. You don't have to try and do it.
It's so bad. He basically says, you're looking for bandits. It's like, I haven't seen bandits around here. What kind of bandits are you looking for? Like, what do they look like?
This is very suspicious.
Can I do a perception check?
So in this case,
what would you like to roll a perception check?
So if you want to figure out whether or not this dude is lying,
Yeah,
it would be an insight check.
Okay, if I do
correct.
an insight check, I want to see if he's got anything suspicious. If he's suspicious.
Sure. You can roll your insight.
No, we'll be doing the same thing.
Darn it. I got 0, so
13.
this is gonna be great.
So
Nice, I got a 1,
this
even
right.
better. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So +5.
I got 18.
18? Okay. This guy looks like a farmer, and you guys think he's a farmer. It looks like he's being genuine. He seems more interested in asking, like, what are you guys doing here? Like, on his field.
Yeah.
And he's looking at his crushed hay, essentially, and he looks kind of miffed now.
We're following this crushed path from the scene of a terrible crime, where many people, as far as we can tell, were killed and their goods stolen.
Oh,
And this trail appears to be the direction that they continued.
he says, I can see that now. He says, this is terrible news. He says, okay, carry on. I'll alert the other farmers that there are bandits in the area. He looks over. He's like, oh, that looks like the trail goes through. That's Farmer Elliot's place over there. You might want to pop in and see if he's seen anything as well there.
We will check to see if Farmer Elliot is okay.
Sure. And then he basically leaves you guys, rushes back actually to his house, which is off in the distance. You continue on towards. Did you want to do anything else here?
No.
No. Okay. Anything?
I actually would like to just take a brief scan.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I just want to send Barry James in like a big circle, just through the wheat.
Okay, running around the wheat.
Yeah, just run around the wheat and just see if, because is it possible, like it's probable that like someone like a farmer could probably walk through this without stomping through the grain, and just to check to see if there's like footprints leading away of people who might have split off a little more sneakily.
Okay, and you're asking Barry James to do this?
Yeah, Barry James goes.
I feel like this is above Barry James' pay grade.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He wouldn't be able to like communicate it adequately.
But you can definitely try.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look around. So I'll use my unfortunate. Can I use investigation for this, or is it going to be perception because I'm looking for something I can't see?
No, do investigation in this because you're gonna basically plan out an area and see if you can figure something out. How much of a radius do you want to go around?
Oh,
it's okay. Just keep the roll.
Not a huge radius, like like
a 15-foot, 30
15 in every direction.
Okay. What'd you get?
I just got a 6.
You got a 6? Okay. You see the farmer's footprints on the ground. Actually, the wheat. It's pretty it's been planted in a very systematic way. It's not like perfect, but it's in rows, it's in rows and sort of like that. So you can see there's places to step where you can avoid damaging the plant essentially, or at least minimize it. The people that basically went through didn't care about that. So you see the farmer who came by and greeted you guys. You see that his footprints actually follow the path. He's between the roots of the wheat. You do an investigation around and you don't notice anything new.
Okay.
It looks like the path just continues on.
All right, let's continue on to the back.
Towards what looks like Farmer Elliott's place.
Okay.
Can I use the medicine for a moment?
Yeah. Should we take a pause here?
Yep.
Okay. Pause. So tune in next week for our next, the next episode in our adventure in BoxBeasts.
Please do check out our Patreon. Even a little bit helps.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends and family.
Yeah. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Say bye.
Bye.
That was fun.